What up, peeps? It's your girl Tanya, and this is my book wrap up for the month of October. So, welcome to another chapter of Books and Brown Liquor. Let's talk about these books. Okay. And disclaimer, please forgive my squeaky ass chair. Okay, there you go. So, my books for October, I got 5 altogether. Most of them hit. These were not as scary as I would like, but I feel like for the month of November, I'm definitely making up for the scary I did not get in October, but these are still good. Book number 1, Intercepts by T.J. Payne. Oh my gosh. Okay, this book was so good. This chair is gonna drive me crazy. Intercepts by T.J. Payne. We have a government-run facility. The supervisor / manager of the facility, his name is Joe. Can't remember the last name. Joe runs this facility. This is a facility where tests and experiments are run on humans. So you know how like when you go to the store and you buy like makeup or cream and it'd be like, not tested on animals. This product has not been tested on animals. But what about what y'all doing to not y'all? What about testing that's done on humans? How come there's no warnings anywhere for that shit? Okay. So this is a facility where experiments are done on humans. Manager / supervisor, the man who runs the joint. One day, his work follows him home in a way that you will never believe. Now, let's just talk a little bit about the facility, the people that are contained in this facility. They're each like locked in their own, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but they're each locked in their own rooms. They're basically, I don't wanna say locked up, but like they are contained, okay, in like individual rooms. And at first, you're not really sure like what type of experiments they're doing on the humans. You're like, what are they doing? They definitely ain't they're definitely not testing makeup. That's for damn sure, okay? So his work follows him home in the most unexpected way you're never gonna think of, okay? But the questions you will have is, when the stuff hits the fan, you're gonna wonder like, because if a person can't get out of a room or a cage, how could they possibly fight back or defend themselves or be any type of threat? Hint, hint. Okay? So, but it makes you question, I'm trying not to say it too much. Okay. It makes you question the abilities that humans have when their bodies are contained. Okay, and if you look up the word intercepts, maybe that'll give you a clue. I don't want to say too much about this, but I didn't think it was going to be that scary at first, because I'm like, these people they're locked up. They keep them drugged so that they are like so that they're non-threatening physically. Okay, so what could they possibly do to be a threat to the outside world? And then let's just say there is a breach, so to speak, and the shit hits the fan. I can't say much more without ruining it, but this was scary, but like a different type of scary. Okay, so this was the horror for the month, for sure. Next book. Oh, wait. This is definitely a 4.5, my bad. Do I recommend it? Hell yeah, especially if you like sci-fi and if you're one of those people that believe in government secrets, MK Ultra, mind control. If you're a fan of, what the hell is the show? Oh my God, the 1980s show. Strange Things. My bad. If you're a fan of Strange Things, government facilities doing experiment, you would like that. Sorry about the dog. Moving on. Book 2, Root Work by Tracy Cross. Now for me, this is a 3, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is a 3 because I read the synopsis, and this is supposed to be a book about, well, it's a book about 3 sisters who have it takes place in Louisiana. 3 sisters, they go to stay with their aunt out in like the bayou, out in the sticks. And she's supposed to teach them like hoodoo, voodoo, conjure, all that good stuff. The thing is, it's not a bad story, but it wasn't as creepy as I thought it would be. And honestly, it reads like a middle grade book. There's nothing wrong with middle grade books. I just I wasn't anticipating a middle grade book. I was hoping to read like some crazy root work type, like that movie, The Skeleton Key, or like Eve's Bayou. I wanted some type crazy shit. And this was very much read like a middle grade book. Story was cool, story was straight, but was I scared? Nah, because it read like a middle grade book. No shade. This is a 3 for me because the story was not bad, but this is definitely for kids, okay? Moving on. No shade. This book was so ridiculous. No, I'm not gonna say ridiculous. Nana by Brandon Massey. Let's talk about Nana. You know how, why does this always happen when I'm recording? You know how when you're watching a scary movie or reading a scary book and the main characters be making bad decisions? Don't go in that room. This reminded me a lot. Oh, damn. This reminded me of the scary story or scary movie that like gets on your nerves. Let's talk about it. Very intriguing plot, but I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Nana, our main character. She, upon the opening of the book, our main character has lost, her adopted mother has passed away. She's never met her birth mother ever. She's in her late 30s. She's married, 2 children. At the funeral, at her adopted mother's funeral, guess who shows up? Guess who shows up? Her birth mother. Just out of nowhere. Like, yo, where you been for like the past 40 years? But whatever. Birth mother shows up. They decide, they meet, they're gonna reunite. And Dan, story takes place in Atlanta, right? So her birth mother shows up and is like, I really want to get to know you. I really want to be in your life. Oh, you could just stay with us. What? Okay. I understand that y'all got the same DNA, but you don't know this woman. Okay? Why don't you start with coffee? But my bad, we're moving on. We're moving on. So not only does she allow her birth mother to stay with her, because this her mama, she notices that as soon as her birth mother starts to stay with them, she slowly, really, actually not that slowly, she like starts taking control of the whole damn house. And all of a sudden, our main character, you know, she's a beautiful woman in her late 30s, and she notices that, you know, them joints are starting to ache, and she's basically starting to age very rapidly. Okay? And birth mother is just starting to look like better than ever. Like, she came in, you know, looking like somebody's granny, and like by the end of the week, she looked like a top model. Like, no, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And of course her husband is like, I smell a rat. And I'm trying. Her husband is definitely in her ear like, yo, something ain't right, okay? I smell a rat. I thought she was only staying a couple days. Why does her stay keep being extended? Something ain't right. But no, this is my mother. She's in denial, basically. And then when we finally get to the thick of it and realize what it is, Nana by Brandon Massey. I'm not gonna say too much. For me, this is, for me, it was mid. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I liked the premise of the story, but when main characters be making the stupidest decisions, it's just so hard. It's just so hard, you know, and it's frustrating to me. I'm not gonna bash it, Brandon Massey, I do enjoy his books. This is the first one I've read in quite a while, but this is a 3. This is a 3, okay? Okay, so moving on to the real good shit. These next 2 books are psychological thrillers that made my jaw drop. So for those of you that are familiar with the author, John Marrs, okay? You already know, if you read John Marrs, you already know this is a book that makes your jaw drop. How about, oh man, I gotta sneeze. Hold up. Okay, maybe not. Wait. John Marrs, The Good Samaritan. Oh my God. I don't even know where to begin with this. This book, okay, I'm gonna do my best. I can't remember if I gave this a 4.5 or a 5. I think I gave it a 4.5, and I'm gonna tell you why. So, I'm just gonna go all the way to the beginning. Laura. Laura works at a call center. Laura, why am I like having a brain fart right now? Okay. The Good Samaritan by John Marrs. Let's talk about it. She is a wife. She is a mother. She is a psychopath. Okay? Laura works at a call center where, not the typical kind, like it's called end of the road. No, wait, end of the rope, end of the line, end of the line. This is a call, this is like a hotline for people that are thinking about ending things. So they call this line to get support, to have someone listen to them, and hopefully by the end of the call, they change their mind. Laura be like, nah, like, you right, you should just do it. What? wait, what you say? What you say, Laura? Laura doesn't, I'm trying not to say too much, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Laura basically pushes people, like when the people get to the end of the line, Laura be trying to push them to the other side, pretty much. Not only does she manipulate these people and take advantage of their vulnerabilities, but Laura is a monster, okay? And then Laura gets away with this for quite a while. She gets away with this. No one has any idea what she's doing. But then one day, I'm gonna say, what if one day somebody discovers Laura's dirty little secret? Okay, let's just say that. And then that's when the shit hits the fan. I'm not gonna say too much more. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. Laura's a psychopath. Let's move on to our next psycho. The Last Party by A.R. Torre. This is another story about a psychopathic woman, wife, mother, psychopath, okay? This woman is covert, very, very dangerous. I believe, and I'm no psychologist, but I believe she's a sociopath because she has no empathy, she has no feelings, but she's good at pretending she does. Laura is so, not Laura, what's her name? Perla. Her name is Perla. Perla is so self-centered that attention must be on her at all times, no matter what. So much so that Perla will tell lies and pretend she's something she's not just to be the center of attention. The problem is, Perla's married with a daughter. And ever since her daughter was born, her daughter has been the apple of her husband's eye, as she should be, because usually that's the sign of a good dad. You know, he loves his daughter and shit. But Perla can't stand it. And she feels like, once I get her out the way, all of his attention will be back on me. You know, her daughter. So this is a psychopath. And she's planning the last party. Let's just say she's plotting a birthday party that no one will ever forget. That's what I'm gonna say. This was nuts to me. And again, for me, this is a 4 stars because some of it was a bit over the top, but I was thoroughly entertained. I can't dog the book. This is 4 stars. So For the month of October, I like reading horror and creepy stuff. This month was basically dedicated to the psychopaths. Okay, I didn't really get the horror that I wanted, but I did enjoy these books for the most part. My favorite of the month being The Good Samaritan. John Mars does it every time, okay? The book I'm reading right now, though, I need you to know that the horror that I did not get to read in October, I promise you I'm making it up for it in November. I am making up for it in November. The book I am reading right now, The Nightmare Man by, what's his name? M.H. Markert. This book is so good and it is so scary. So I promise you, next month I'm gonna have some more sizzling, titillating, scary ass shit. But for the most part, October was enjoyable. It was just mostly psychological thriller and not the horror that I was hoping. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed your reading for October, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're reading right now. If you've read any of these books, please share your feedback. As always, thank you for watching. I wish you all good reading. Bye.